Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me again for my next instalment of the Boho Dollhouse. Cheers my lovelies. You know I love my tea. Right, I've got some hellos to say to some people. Hurrah, some more people have joined. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Really, but that's more special when I see someone else has subscribed. They've taken the time to want to see my videos, and honestly, that's, you know, I get excited about the things I'm doing with this doll's house and the things that I make, but I get more excited when I see another name pop up because I just think someone cares. Anyway, I will mention you in uno momento. But first I just want to dive in. This is this part of the video of the renovating of the doll's house is really mainly to do with the pieces that I'm trying to make from the Julie Warren YouTube channel with her doll's house. So I'll show you, I've made yet another piece for the kitchen after making the kitchen cabinets and the kitchen dresser, which I'm very, very proud of. But first of all, before I show you that, yesterday we were at our friend's shop in Clacton, and that was my previous video in there, doing a little video showing V Miniature, the doll's house shop that we frequent, which is owned by our best friends Eileen and Steve. So yes, we were in there, and while we were in there sitting down chatting, we got our potter's wheels out, as we're both learning to do some pottery, Eileen and myself, and I made some more pots. So first of all I shall show you said pots. They're actually starting to look like pots, and I haven't really done that much on the potter's wheel. I'd never potted before, and as I said, doing small pots like this I think apparently is much harder because you're just using tools rather than your hands. So it's like doing open heart surgery, I'd liken it to. I've never tried that, although I'm sure there's a YouTube channel, may give it a go. Anyway, look, here is pot number 1 that I made yesterday. I just wanted a different, unusual shape. That's that one. Very neat now, I'm starting to get quite pleased with them. So that is quite small. But my friend Eileen, she's trying to get hers a little bit more 12th scale. These are, I think, in the house they're probably quite large shaped. So I did have a go with a tiny bit of clay, and I have produced something. I have to say, I can't believe, with my big, I'm 6 foot tall, overweight, and great big hands. So I don't know how I managed to produce that. But there we are, if you can see that properly. And there's the inside there. It's a tiny bit marking on there, not as smooth as I would like it. And if I put the two together, then you can see the difference in them. There's one moment. So yes, that's the 2 pots there. I'm quite proud of, I must say. And I know with all you doll's house enthusiasts, and you know, there's all different types of doll's house enthusiasts, I have learned. Some people like to do their houses in the 12th scale or whatever scale they choose, but every single item has to be exactly that, and they're quite religious about it, and they'll pick each other's work apart if they feel, oh, washing machine spinning, let's pause. Yes, as I was saying, some people are more religious over the craft or the hobby, more serious over it, and that's absolutely fine with them. And then there's other people that are just doing it more for the fun of it. And do you know what? This is the first time in my life that I am doing something that I have complete and utter control over and don't have to worry about what anybody says. Thank goodness. So really, I don't care. As long as I have fun and things are the size they are. If I think they look all right to me, it's my world, and I can do exactly what I want. It's unbelievable, it really is. Oh, I'll pick up the cabinet now, and I shall show you that. Oh, quick tea break. Oh, that's perfect. So anyway, I've made, as I said, I've made a cabinet for the wall for the kitchen, from the Julie Warren YouTube channel, and I must say I'm quite pleased with this. So let me turn it around and show you. She hadn't done it in hers, but I've put mirrors in the back of mine, just because it helps reflection. It's right at the back of the kitchen, so it's in the darkest part of the room, and I just thought I'll put some mirrors in, and it will add a bit of visual effect when you look in there. And I'll probably dress it and leave, you know, one or two of the cupboard doors open just so you can see in a bit clearer. But I'll just show you, there's some little bits in there. As I say, they're probably not all in scale, like they're just miniatures, in inverted commas, as they say. But you know what? I don't care. I think it just looks great. Doing dolls' houses, you can go into your own little world, and it is your own world. If you want to put a massive, big whatever in the corner, then it's completely out of size. It's entirely up to you. I will keep it looking basically doll's house size. I'm not going to go stupid with it, but I'm not going to beat myself up over, is it that millimetre too big or small? You know, life really is too short in my world. So anyway, so that's it. I've put acetate on the doors there, so they're all got a nice sort of glass effect. What have you? I think Julie in her videos, I think when she comes to putting doors on things, I think she says it in all of these when she's making cabinets and drawers and things, is to cut the bits of wood for the doors after you've made the unit, because then you can measure exactly the space that you have up and down, and then split it in half if you're doing two doors, and then they meet nicely in the middle there like that. If you make the doors first of all on a basic size, and then you take all that time and then you fit them and hinge them and you put them together and there's a big gap in the middle, or they won't close at all, then it's not so good. So she's right, it is through, I mean, ask me how I know, so no, don't ask me how I know. Anyway, so that's the kitchen wall cabinet. That's the next thing to go into the kitchen. I will place that in the kitchen and add it onto this video so you can see it in place. I've also, I can't remember if I've shown you in the last video, but I've tiled across the top of the sink unit at the back of the kitchen wall in little sort of Mexican style coloured tiles, because as I said, the boho house is just going to be full of colour. Everything's just going to be colour. And it will just fill up eventually over time and just be a map and just an explosion of colour. So before I finish this section, I want to say hello. Absolutely important to do this. First of all, new subscribers, I'd like to say a big hello to Terry Miles. Hello Terry, lovely for you to join us. I hope it is anyway. Also, someone calls themselves a White Line Widow. I'll call you White for short. I'm sure you don't mind. So big hello to you, White. Thank you very much for joining. Another one, lovely, lovely name. They've called themselves Raving Witch. I'll call you Witchy. I like that. I love that. Anything to do with witches, witchcraft, all that kind of stuff. Love it. Also, Vanessa Allen, big hello to you, Vanessa. Let's do a right-handed wave, just to make things a bit, let's throw things out there. I like to live on the edge, what can I say? And also, a huge hello to Margot Repert, or Repert. Margot, thank you very much for joining our family. If you're watching this, I hope you're enjoying this video as well. So anyway, this video will be broken up over time, so if you see me again I may be in different clothing, because I'm going to finish the sofa as well, which I'm only in the middle of. That's going to take days because I do other things in between. So part of this video will be the sofa as well, and then all of it in place again to give you the update of the boho house. So that's it for now. I'm going to finish my cup of tea, wait 2 minutes and probably put the kettle on again. It's one of those days. Oh, I think, yeah, you can tell it's cold outside because there's Nigel in his bed. Nidge, oh look, say hello to everyone. Oh, he knows his name. Right, let's move on. Right, next clip. Days have indeed gone by, different outfit, and in between that time I think I mentioned in the video previously that I was going to make a sofa to go in the Bohemian house. So I'll just show you just quickly, because I'm sure I've shown you this already. I've made just a wingback armchair. Well, not just, it took me forever. But I've made a wingback armchair in this seaside fabric, which I thought was adorable. It's so cute. So I had some of this fabric left over, and I thought I'd use this to make the couch. So without further ado, as they say, I shall show you. This is from the Julie Warren tutorial. I've copied what she said, and I have made a couch. I've put little square feet on it to keep it modern. If I can show you, I don't know how closely I can get this. I'll show you. I'm really pleased with it. I'll show you the back as well, so you can see how neatly it came out on the back. What I will say, if other people that are watching on the group, little bits and pieces by you, if you're watching on that group, so then you follow Julie's workshops. She did say on her, when she was making this, that I mean, first of all, I have to say thank you so much to Julie, because I don't know anything about woodwork or creating things, so I'm learning all this from other people, and Julie is one of these people. So I would never have known how to go ahead and make a couch in the first place. So without her tuition and help, this wouldn't have happened. But while she was making this and fitting the cushions and the back and everything, I can't remember her exact words. I think she said that I'm not a sewing person or something like that. So God love you, Julie. You make fantastic things, fantastic pieces of furniture and wood. But as you do admit that you don't know as much about upholstery and fabric, the side of it. Luckily, sewing is my business. Sewing is what I do for a living. So if this helps people, I'll just show you, when you watch her tutorials, where she cut out the wooden piece for the back and covered it, the corners in there were a little bit funnily shaped. The underneath that corner there of the sofa, on the underarm there and the front, was slightly puckered, and the corner of the cushions there as it goes in, she had some creases there. And she did indeed say on her video that she would practice and try and work out how to smooth out the creases, literally, she said. So as a sewer, or the sewist, just other people that are doing this, when you cut the shape out for the cushion and you leave a good 5/8 of an inch or more seam allowance all around before you cover each section, that's front and back, and the wooden piece there. When you come to these curves, if you where it's curved in like that, if you cut into the fabric but not right up to the edge, leave a good few millimeters outside the shape itself, but cut in and cut in. Do at least 3 little cuts there into that groove, and one where this corner comes out, a little cut there as well, and just leave a small gap if you can imagine doing that. Don't cut right up to the edge. And also the same for the back there, where it curves in there. Just do 2, maybe 3 little cuts, just going in like a fan shape, going into the fabric, but not right up to the edge. Leave it a few millimeters before that. And when you come to glue that and fold it in, as you, well, hopefully now I've put it together, you can't see as well, but hopefully you can see that that fabric there is lined perfectly smoothly and has no creases whatsoever. And also the underneath the arms there doesn't crease at this point here where this fabric is all squashed in. It's just, oh, what I did, I was going to say what I might still do on this video. It depends how long the video is. This might be a few days from now again, because I haven't even started. But after making this, I did think, although I'll have this and this in the lounge and they are matching, I did think about, now I know how to make this, is to chop the whole thing down and make an armchair in exactly the same style, same design, but just shape the cushion on both sides, cut it in half and move this arm up to here, make the cushion the same size. I just need to adapt this at the back there and adapt the back piece as well, shaping, just cut that and shape it. Surely that's easy enough to do once you've done this already. So I may make an armchair as well, but I'm not going to use the, I don't know where I've put the fabric, this fabric, the seaside fabric. I'm not going to use more of that because I just think it's overkill. And for some reason in my head, the Bohemians would have just got this matching set to start with and then decided to buy an armchair at a later date to go with this one. So it's going to be in a completely clashing fabric, probably something zany, because that's the kind of people they are. So I will make an armchair, but it won't be in that. I don't want it looking like a set, because they don't. So there. Anyway, let's move on quickly. I'll just see, I'm going to start on the chair. I may stop to do other things and then another day might go, who knows, who cares, but maybe it will be on this video. Let's find out. Right, okay. Another day has passed on this video. I can't remember when I started this, but everything's taking days to make and I'm doing things in between. So instead of an introduction, because we're halfway through this video, or most of the way through it, I did say in the last section, I think, after showing you the sofa, that I was going to attempt to make a chair in the same design. I don't think, I've had a look and I can't see Julie Warren doing a chair out of this design. She did make the sofa and she said she was just sort of making it up herself as she went along, so it was sort of experimental. But after making the sofa, I decided to, in my mind, cut it in half, put arms on, make the back a different shape. I've made it slightly wider than exactly half, but anyway, so I thought I'd make my own design up and follow Julie's sofa design, but make a chair. So I won't tuck into it just yet, but I will say cheers. I know it's only tea, but Merry Christmas to one and all if you're watching this. We've got the Christmas food in, so we do have our little luxury mince pies. We thought they were special. They've got sloe gin in them, apparently. Extra special sloe gin mince pies. We had one last night each, and I have to admit, I feel like complaining to the company because I couldn't taste any gin in it at all. In fact, whilst we were eating one of these, we were forced to pour ourselves a double single gin and tonic just to get the flavour of the gin while we were eating the pies. So poor show, but anyway, needs must. Anyway, let's before I tuck into that with my cup of tea, I will show you my chair effort. Here we are, in a different fabric. I think I said I was going to do it in a completely different fabric, full of colour again. It's for the Bohemians. They love colour. This is actually, I don't know, some people out there that are watching this may recognise it. It's K facet fabric. I think it's just called fans, and it's lots of tiny little fans all over. You can see it on the back there, but that's Fans by K Facet. And he's pronounced K Facet for anyone that knows the name and calls him Cafe Facet and all this rubbish. I don't know him so much now, but I knew him for years, face to face, and he always said people pronounce his name wrong, but his name is in fact K Facet. So anyway, this isn't a K Facet chair, it's K Facet fabric, and I made the chair and I cut out the sizes that I wanted. So it's in that fabric. I'll put it in the lounge for the Bohemians, and I'll put this on the video quick so you can just sort of see the lounge coming together. But yes, it's turned out, I haven't covered the bottom there because I don't want to. No one's ever going to see it. And it's just for me anyway. So, but I have put little feet on it, and you can see just modern blocks of wood there. What I will say is the piping along here. When Julie, on her videos, when she did the video, she cut the strips of fabric and she pasted them with glue to try and do it carefully, and then she stuck the cord down the centre and folded it over to make the piping, which is what I've done. But it did, when on the video when she did it, it did look, she was getting it on her fingers and it was all very bitty. And when you stick it all down, you've then got to peel it all apart really carefully, and there's all glue and everything. So anyone that is making the sofa, sorry I don't have a pattern for the chair or the measurements I used, but if you are making the sofa from her videos, then to do the piping, I only know these things because I sew for a living, so I think of different methods sometimes that other people may not think. So what I did was cut the strip of fabric. I put a photo up here, if I've taken a photo so you can see, and then hopefully that will explain what I'm talking about. But I cut the strip of fabric and then got a 1/4 inch double-sided tape, and I just put that straight down the middle of the strip of fabric, peeled it off, got my cord, held it at each end, laid it down in the centre, and it's stuck. Then there's nothing on your fingers. Then just fold the whole thing over, run along the edge on each side with your nails, like just on the worktop, and you've got this lovely, really neat piping, no glue or anything. And with that, it's only a 1/4 inch tape. It's very easy just to pull it all apart and actually flatten the fabric, and the cord is still just held down the middle and it's just squashed in like in the fabric, like so. So that's the cord, that's the fabric, and you can just see a tiny bit of the cord then. But it went on really well. I hope you agree. It went, I don't know if you can see it properly, but it went on all around the edges really, really neatly, and there was no glue involved. So, and then to stick it on the wood, I used Julie's method of putting masking tape on the actual base itself, and then it held on quite well. So anyway, so I shall have a bit more tea. I shall have a bit of my mince pie that doesn't really have gin in it, I'm sure. But anyway, I'll do that, pop this in the house, and then I'll and let you see it quick on video. Okay, so if we move in now, I'm not actually sure at the moment where all the furniture is going to sit, but as you can see, it's starting to come along. All the colour is starting to gel together. I think that's a really fun, funky home that Bohemians would live in. But there's the armchair with the sofa. I've got, I may or may not put a Christmas tree in and decorate for Christmas this year. I may leave it till next year because I haven't, as yet, I haven't finished the rooms upstairs. The chill out room and the bedroom has a big plastic bag in full of my pottery. So that's in storage at the moment. The kitchen, I've got loads of things I want to put on the wall, and oops, there we are. I'm going to fill that with different bits and pieces and dress all the units and everything. But yes, so I also maybe want to make a small television unit to put an old-fashioned television on for the Bohemians. And also in this area here is going to be the sort of diner area, so it'll be the diner lounge all in one. So I'm going to make a table and chairs for here I think. So in fact that may be my next project. So I may do that on the next video. But anyway, so that's it anyway. You can see where it is. It's starting to look quite cool, I think. Right. Cheers, my lovelies. I'll finish this video just now, and the next lot will come on probably in the new year now. We'll see. But I'm stopping all my doll's housing, all my sewing, in between everything else, and I've been out all morning foraging for greenery to make us a nice big oval shaped table decoration for Christmas with candles and everything. So I'm going to do that, so we've got a really nice decoration. It may go on one of the next video, it may not, who knows, who cares. Anyway, cheers everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas. I know it's not like it used to be in the old days, as I call it, but things hopefully will get better. So and I hope they get better for you if you're watching. So also this year, thank you so much for everyone for subscribing. Really, thank you so much. It's my only reason for doing this is to know other people are watching what I do. If they're not, then I'm acting like a mad, insane fool, talking to myself, which John, my partner, would say that's just an average day, but there you go. I did look last night on my subscribers, and I think I have 597 or something, or it's 593, and I'm 6 or 7 short of 600 subscribers, which I would have loved for Christmas, by Christmas Day. Oh, would have loved it. If you know anybody that you can just say, subscribe to this idiot on YouTube. Don't even watch his videos, just go on and subscribe. If I can get to 600 for Christmas, that would be a little Christmas present, because I would be pleased and it makes me happy. So anyway, whatever. Life's too short to worry. Thank you so much again for listening, and we'll catch up with you soon. Okay, really nice speaking to everybody out there that's listening to me. Happy Christmas, everybody, and good health. Bye-bye.